One of my top 5 strengths is competition. So I kind of looked at this as a competitive journey, and cancer was not going to win.
Most women were trained to feel for a lump. I didn't have a lump. I had nothing. I went for my 40-year-old mammogram. They sent me a letter in the mail announcing that it was time. And everybody, of course, when you get a false positive or just where you have to come back, they're like, it's okay, it'll be okay. And I just had this sinking, like, I don't know that it is gonna be okay.
It puts what's important about life into perspective, your relationships. You live each day, because you never know what tomorrow is gonna bring. So living each day is probably the biggest impact it had on me. Giving myself and giving others grace is something that I took out of this experience.
Since there was nothing visual that they could really see, it didn't really seem like there was anything going on. So I think had I had chemo, it would have been a different story. But for the most part, they just forgot. Like, mom's fine, can I have this, can I have that? And you still have to function, even though you just had surgery. Somebody still needs a meal or whatever it is.
We didn't have remote work then, right? So I was still coming to the office, and they allowed me the grace to be able to do that. If I got really tired, needed to leave a little bit earlier, I just communicated, but a lot of grace to keep working. Because for me, that was most important, is to be myself.
It's not like other diseases where you can stop a certain action or lifestyle habit and your risk goes away. This, I can't help it.
Something I'm most proud of is working for a family organization. It's kind of like insurance. You really don't know what you have until you need it. They were with me the entire way through that journey.
My husband is a pastor, and so the church, of course, poured support on us, which was awesome and lovely. But then also the Martin Brothers family sent like some baskets of things, stuff that I would need or prediction that I would need, but then also sent stuff for my kids. And my kids were like, why did they send you water guns? Like, they're for you. They're for you to play with while I cannot play with you. It was sweet that they thought of my kids. They gave me a card that said, it's like one of those smack cards, and it says, you can do it, that's all. And it still sits on my nightstand, even though, I mean, I know things are good. I love the card.
Martin Brothers has always been a culture that puts their employees first and treats them like family. And I think the perspective is that I've really felt it. It really brings it home, and you feel it even more and appreciate it maybe even more.
You don't have to have the answers for somebody. This is so new and so surreal. And it's hard to think about that in these times, this day and age, we're still amputating body parts, you know, when there's a cancer.
Obviously, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but cancer itself affects many people, and it comes in many shapes and forms. So I think it's just important that we all stay focused against fighting these terrible diseases, but even more so just taking care of one another, remaining healthy, doing what we can do, and controlling the things we can control to make the world a better place.
And so if you can hang on to the idea of the best is yet to come, even though you might have to go through some junk to get there, it's pretty hopeful.